If God is all-powerful, why does evil still exist? Why hasn't he destroyed Satan yet? The answer is deeper than you ever imagined. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear might change how you see everything. Picture this: an all-powerful God, creator of everything. And now, imagine a rebellious creature, Satan, daring to challenge that authority. If God is truly almighty, why doesn't he just wipe Satan out and end all the evil for good? It's a heavy question, isn't it? Today we're diving deep into this mystery. Get ready to explore one of the most profound truths you'll ever encounter. To really understand it, we need to rewind, way back to the very beginning of creation. Back to a time before pain, before suffering, before rebellion was even a concept. Satan, once known as Lucifer, was magnificent, a high-ranking cherub, full of wisdom, beauty, and unparalleled closeness to God's own throne. He was perfect, until pride crept into his heart. Pride turned adoration into ambition. Ambition turned loyalty into rebellion. You see, God's love is so pure, so vast, that he gave every created being the gift of freedom. Not a superficial freedom, but real, deep, genuine free will. The ability to choose loyalty or rebellion, to love or to turn away. Imagine a kingdom where the citizens are forced to praise the king every morning. Would those praises mean anything? Of course not. Love, real love, only matters when it is freely given. By granting this freedom, God allowed the possibility of rebellion, but he also paved the way for authentic, eternal love, love that chooses him above all else. Lucifer, consumed by his own beauty and wisdom, began to desire the worship meant for God alone. He sowed seeds of doubt among other angels. He whispered, "Is God truly fair? Could there be a better way?" And here, a critical moment. God could have ended the rebellion in an instant. One command, and Lucifer would cease to exist. But what would that prove? Would it show that God's government was based on love or fear? God chose a harder path. He allowed the rebellion to unfold. He chose patience over destruction, love over control. Imagine you're in a courtroom, accused unjustly. Would you want the judge to silence your accuser immediately? Or would you want the opportunity to let the truth come out, to be seen by everyone? God chose transparency. When Satan was cast out of heaven, he didn't stop. He turned his focus toward a new target, humanity. In the beautiful Garden of Eden, the seeds of doubt were planted again. Did God really say? That question still echoes today. In every act of rebellion, in every heart that chooses mistrust over faith, the ancient lie lives on. Have you ever felt that whisper? That lingering thought that maybe God is holding something back from you? That maybe his ways are too hard, too strict? That's the battle we're all caught in. Every day, in every decision, we choose whom we trust. God's patience is staggering. He watches as his creation suffers, not because he delights in pain, but because he knows that rushing to judgment would leave questions unanswered forever. He is waiting for every heart, every mind, every soul to see, truly see, the difference between good and evil. To choose love because they understand it, not because they were forced into it. The suffering we endure today will one day stand as eternal proof that rebellion brings nothing but destruction. That turning away from the source of life leads only to death. But God doesn't just sit by passively. He enters our pain. He walks alongside us. Through the darkest valleys, his hand is there, reaching out. Imagine a parent watching their child make devastating choices. The parent knows the pain that's coming, but allows the child to choose, hoping beyond hope that they will turn back before it's too late. That's the heart of God for us. Sometimes we wonder, if God is so good, Why is the world so broken? The answer is heartbreaking. Because love requires freedom, and freedom has been misused. Yet even in the chaos, God is weaving redemption. The cross is the ultimate answer to the accusation that God is unjust. On that hill, love and justice kissed. God bore the worst consequences of rebellion so that we could have a way back to Him. And still, He waits. Waiting not because He is weak, but because He is strong enough to endure the pain of patience. Scripture promises that one day, the waiting will end. One day, evil will be destroyed forever. Not because God couldn't act sooner, but because He waited until every soul had seen the truth. Imagine standing on the other side of history, looking back at this moment. Imagine understanding the depth of God's patience, His mercy, His relentless love. Wouldn't it be worth it? The battle between good and evil is not just a cosmic drama, it's a personal story. It's your story, it's my story. Every choice matters, every moment matters. Sometimes it feels like evil is winning, sometimes it seems like God is silent. But remember, the author of the story is never absent. He is writing every chapter with care, even the painful ones, especially the painful ones. He sees you. He knows your battles, your tears, your doubts, and every act of faith, every whispered prayer, every stubborn hope that refuses to die. They are all part of a revolution of love that will one day flood the universe. Could God destroy Satan right now? Absolutely. But love says, wait. Love says, let them see, let them choose. And when the final chapter is written, no one will question the goodness of God ever again. The darkness is deep, but the dawn is certain. One day, God will wipe away every tear. Death will be no more. Mourning and crying and pain will be no more. The story will end in joy. And you are invited into that ending. You are part of a love story written by hands that shaped the stars. The only question is, will you trust Him? Will you hold on through the dark, knowing the dawn is coming? Will you be part of the victory of love? The choice is yours. If this message stirred your heart, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next chapter of this incredible journey, and make sure to watch our next deep dive into the mysteries that shape our lives. Thank you for being here. Sending you love, strength, and hope. See you on the next journey.